Why is the global market focusing on LG Chem's cylindrical batteries? Is it because we are the first to produce secondary batteries in Korea? That's probably not the only reason. It's more because the battery technology LG Chem has produced for over 15 years is now leading the global market. The first step to becoming a global leader begins from the production process of this cylindrical cell. There are three main processes, and it begins with the electrode production process. It is where the cathode and anode are produced. Mixing is the first step of the electrode production process. By mixing active material, conductor, and binder at a certain ratio, slurry is produced. The slurry would then be evenly spread onto the aluminum foil for the cathode and thin copper foil for the anode. It is referred to as the coating. Coating consists of spreading and drying of slurry. By spreading slurry on the foil, a desired shape is formed. Then, the wet coated parts are dried with heat and wind. After coating the front side, slurry is again spread and dried on the opposite side of the foil. The foil will then be made into a roll, so that it is ready for the next step. The next step is roll press. In this step, coated electrodes are pressed into even thickness, which is an essential process for maximizing the cell capacity within the limited space. The last step of electrode production process is slitting. In slitting, the roll-pressed electrodes are slit into a certain width to meet the design value for the final cells. When the electrode process is complete, preparation for the assembly process begins. When the roll goes into vacuum drying process through the entrance on one side, the moisture is excreted by vacuum heating and is emitted through the exit on the other side. Now, with the roll that is all set to go, the next process begins. With the three main materials, cathode, anode, and separator, the winding process, which produces jelly rolls in cylindrical cells, marks the official start of the assembly process. Jelly roll produced in winding process is transferred for the assembly process. Once the bottom insulators assembled to the jelly roll, it is inserted into a can. Then, the jelly roll is welded to the bottom side of the can. Through this process, the can possesses the anode characteristics. Afterwards, cylindrical top insulator inserting process is proceeded, where the top insulator is inserted for insulation between the jelly roll and the top cap assembly. Then, cylindrical beading process will follow, where beading neck happens by decreasing the upper diameter of the can in order to position the top cap assembly and prevent gap forming above and below the jelly. The cells are now ready for mid-inspection to check their quality. Once inspection is over, electrolyte is injected into the inner part of good cells. By welding the cathode tab and top cap assembly with laser, cathode terminal is formed. After sealing the cell to protect the jelly roll and electrolyte from outside air, and adjusting the cell height as desired, the final cylindrical cell shape that we know is completed. Now cleanse the dirt and remaining electrolyte from the surface of the assembled cell. When the washing is completed, the cell goes into tubing process. First, the washer is injected to the upper part of the cell. Then the tube covers the cell, and the tube contracts as heat is applied. Assembled cells now undergo defect inspection and data measurement through charging, discharging, and aging. This process allows to sort out quality products and give life to the cells. Now let's take a look at exclusive features of LG Chem's cylindrical cells. If the internal pressure of the battery cell increases for certain reasons, the pink-colored CID will be disconnected, and electric currents will automatically be blocked. At this point, the notching part of the top plate will open due to the internal pressure of the cell, which will release internal pressure and ensure safety of the cell. With our exclusive Safety-Reinforced Separator (SRS) technology, LG Chem provides a high level of safety. What's more, cylindrical cells have weaker explosive power compared to prismatic cells, which can lower the risk of chain explosion. What's more, the standard cylindrical cell can be applied in various module or pack designs without size or shape restrictions. LG Chem, with our manufacturing plants located in major regions around the world, such as Korea, China, and Vietnam, makes it possible to supply standard batteries like 21700 and 18650 with the same quality to any sites in any time the customer requests. As the only chemistry-based company that produces cells, LG Chem leads the global lithium-ion battery market and the eco-friendly energy industry with our advanced materials and next-generation cell development. You can find cylindrical cells in every corner of our lives. They can be found in electric cars, the next-generation eco-friendly mode of transportation, in convenient electric vehicles that we use every day, and in electric power tools, which are highly necessary at home. Can you see the global influence of LG Chem? The global leader that provides answers for the values of the times, LG.